think I have seen an ASMR video before, because I can't remember what exactly was happening, but it was something like someone like flicking through a paintbrush or something like over and over again, and I was like, wow, what a waste of life. But
Wow, what a waste of life.
I didn't know there was a whole term. It kind of reminds me of like mukbang. Adrian could tell you. Adrian told me about this mukbang, which is all these videos on YouTube, a whole subset of videos where people are eating and they just show themselves eating. They're eating Chipotle, they're eating tacos, they're eating spaghetti, they're eating, and it's just like, it's just people eating mukbang. So kind of reminds me of that too. Very interesting.
I thought I told you guys about the mukbangs. Remember when I got into YouTube a few years back and the Mexican Chola girl was the one that got me? I told you I was addicted to watching her channel. She's the one who was doing mukbangs, and I was like, mukbang? What the heck is a mukbang? And then, you know, once you watch something, then it starts suggesting all these other ones to you. And because she does mukbangs and titles them that, then other mukbangs were being suggested to me. So yes, there's a whole genre of mukbangers, from like Asians and black people and Mexicans and white people and
Asians and black people and Mexicans and white people.
what's really super popular is seafood boils. Those are extra popular. Those are like the most highly rated videos. And yeah, so just I went down that rabbit hole. I think a mukbang, it started like in the Asian or Japanese culture, and it's technically supposed to be like somebody sitting down and eating a massive amount of food. That's a mukbang. The Americans, it turned into like eating shows. So like they'll do eating shows or they'll do food reviews. ASMR eating is big. There's this one Asian chick who eats like everything. She'll eat honeycomb, and then she'll eat little baby octopus, and like the more weird the food, the more popular the video.
Yeah, so when Adrian introduced me to the mukbang, some of them, they were like chatting, and I was like, well, why the fuck is you talking now? Like, is someone gonna watch you eat? Well, why are you talking? Like, fuck what you talking about? I feel like I would watch the story time mukbang if I was desperately single and I was lonely. And, you know, some people, I don't like to eat alone. It's just like not even as fun. You know what I mean? So maybe I would set up my little laptop and get me a little meal, and then they have a meal, or maybe I'd get the matching thing that they were going to eat, and then I could sit there, and then if they were chatting, and then it was like, oh, I'm sharing a meal, we're eating the same thing, and they're telling me something about their day. That would be kind of sad. But, I mean, maybe it would be sadder to just be there eating alone, so maybe it's good that these very niche things are out there in the world just in case somebody needs them. What is this segment of people, since these videos are so popular? Like, who are these people? Like, I mean, if it makes you money, I guess it makes you money, and you could just stay home and be home and make money from home. But
So, disclaimer, I did, when I told TT about it, I did say, Tanny, that you had told me about it. So, I wasn't claiming that I found this mukbang. I just like to say it. Mukbang. I had brought it up originally because this one YouTube show we watched, the Queen Supreme Court, one of the stars of it, T.S. Madison, she has a video where she's eating Chipotle. Although she doesn't label it a mukbang, it is. And the story that she does a skit, essentially. It doesn't start off as a skit. It started off with her just eating her Chipotle, doing her regular YouTube shit, and then she just got into character and it never broke, and the shit is hilarious, and now it's gone. And I was trying to show TT that, and it's gone because they fucked off her YouTube, so she had to start a new channel, and so she's slowly uploading old videos to it, and that's just not there yet. And I'm on the lookout for that too because I really want you to see
I know
it.
what you're saying. I do know about T.S. Madison only because I didn't know about Kaya. I think TT might have mentioned it to me that she has the YouTube or she has a show or she'd be talking about stuff. And so I saw something drama somewhere that I clicked on. I clicked on it and it was about T.S. Madison. So it was Kaya saying somebody's trying to take down her channel. So she was talking all kinds of mess and saying, I'm the queen, it's the queen. And I was like, who's trying to take down her channel?
Who's trying to take down her channel?
And so then that led me to T.S. Madison, and I saw something about her, and she was like, ain't nobody trying to take down nobody's channel. And so then I kind of watched a little bit of her, but I didn't necessarily get into either one of them. But I got the little clip of the drama, because there's a lot of drama YouTube channels too. So anyway, so I got a little glimpse of what that was about.
Now the crab boil. I have had crab boils in the past. I'm not the biggest seafood eater. I have a love-hate relationship with seafood. I've had them, but in limited and very few and far between. Few and far between. Anyway, not often. Marcus fucks them up. Let's say if we go to a restaurant and we may be going to get some other kind of seafood, fried fish or clam chowder or whatever. If he see that shit on the menu, it's a wrap. That's what he's getting. He will get it to go. He will try it at any spot just to see because he feels like he can't really fail, which is kind of true. So that's his jam. Now, I made it before. It wasn't like the most successful rendition of a crab boil, but you know, I can take it or leave it when it comes to seafood, but I do love crab. I will fuck some crab up. Sometimes I get an allergic reaction. Sometimes I don't. The only time I've dealt with crab, someone's making gumbo. That's how I've dealt with crab. Shrimp, I'm allergic halfway. I love fish. What others? Scallops. I love scallops. Lobster, can take it or leave it. It's cool. That's my seafood experience. Oh, the calamari.
Yeah, I never had an official seafood boil, but I did find this place out here. I think that's what kind of got me into wanting crab, because I was seeing all these seafood boil mukbangs, and the crab, it does look good. I tried a few different kinds of crab. I've had snow crab not a lot in the past, but I had snow crab, and I remember Shawnee when we used to go to Red Lobster when we were in college, she used to get the king crab plate. So then I tried king crab. And I used to see some people do Dungeness crab as well. So I tried Dungeness crab. I don't like Dungeness crab. It's really fishy for me. King crab is cool, but for me, it has a lot of stuff on it, like in the joints of the legs and stuff. There's some type of thing that I don't like fatty tissue, and so I only like the meaty part, but I see these people eat like all of it. And then snow crab is my favorite, and I've actually learned how to break down the crab legs from watching these people. Some people are terrible at it, and some people have like a really good method, and so then I picked up on that. And so now snow crab is something that I really do enjoy. I haven't had it in a couple months, but now I'm feeling like I want it, and I might go to that little crab place today and have that for my dinner. Yeah, they put potatoes and they put corn, and then that Bee Loves Life, she makes this really delicious looking butter sauce with it's like red because there's so many spices and herbs and things in it, and garlic that you might like. I don't like the shrimp with the shell on it. I'll do some shrimp and I'll dip it in the butter sauce, but I don't want the kind with the shell on it. But that's what they do, and then they'll dip the shelled shrimp in the sauce, and then suck all the stuff off of the outer shell, and then they peel it, and then they dip it again. So, you know, some people are a little more primitive eaters than others. I'm like in between. I'm not that primitive, but I do like, you know how I eat my chicken. I eat my chicken like a third world country person. I guess some people are like that when it comes to seafood. But yeah, you can find a recipe for a seafood boil on the YouTube for sure.
There's a chip in their Lay's new collection of like 8 regional flavors. It's like a crab boil flavor. Just in case anybody sees it.
Like Adrian, my experience with crab in the past was mostly just when Dee and Rochelle had made gumbo at their house. And then one time we went to years and years and years ago. We went to Art's Crab Shack for some event, somebody's birthday, somebody in the Hopkins family's birthday, because I remember Kubi was there. I remember he was eating crab, and I think I had never really seen anybody eat crab before. Like, no, it wasn't something we ate in my family, and so I was curious about crab back then, but I got like garlic shrimp noodles or something like that. Rick had a birthday one year at one of those places, but I still wasn't really confident in crab. I wasn't sure that I liked it. So I had the shrimp, but I hated that the shrimp was in the shell also. And I didn't like the sauce. So cut to recently, I had ordered some crab from one of them places in the bag, and I didn't like the sauce. And so what I have found personally, I don't boil my crab in all kinds of water. I just put a little bit of water in the bottom, and then I just like kind of steam them and put like 1 inch of water, drop them in there, cover it, steam them for a few minutes, because I feel like the flavor of the crab is just really good just with like a garlic lemon butter, which I make to dip it in. That's mostly what the seafood boils on the YouTube mukbangs, that's mostly what they do. They'll do a seafood boil, and they will boil their stuff in a crab boil and do all the stuff. And on top of that, then they make a dipping sauce, and everybody has a different one, but that B loves, hers is pretty popular. A lot of the other mukbangers use her recipe. There's one Filipino lady that she likes to dip her crab in Tabasco, and she eats white rice with it. But I feel like the simpler the better.
I didn't know Tanny crab was new to you, Tanny, in life. It can be kind of it's more popular regionally sometimes too. I think San Francisco is just a very crabby city. I still feel like seafood boils are, dang, where is that kind of a regional thing, seafood boils? Because growing up, whenever I had crab, it was in gumbo, or it was just simple, like butter and garlic. And the seafood boil is very taken off. I want some lobsters in my seafood boil, because I love lobster. Or I just like crab when the shit is split open. I need somebody to cut the whole shell down for me. Alright, bye friends. Ta-ta for now.
Well, I want to say it's a Louisiana thing, or in general, a South thing. Time to grub with Charisse. I like her personality a lot, and she's the one that I was saying that I started watching when she had like 2,000 subscribers, and now she has like 20,000. She's from Lake Charles, Louisiana. She talks a lot about how they do crawfish boils, and then she says crawfish ball. They don't say boil, they say ball. There's this show on Netflix called Ugly Delicious or something to that effect. So he went to Louisiana and he went to a crawfish boil, and you know, they're talking about it and how, you know, they do all the crawfish in those big huge pots outdoors and stuff. So I feel like it's derived from a southern place. Maybe specifically Louisiana, because of these crawfish boils and seafood boils that they do out there. So yeah.